Hello and welcome to another Game Breakers live stream. Today we're playing Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. This is effectively a train simulator. It's effectively Train Sim World 5 with a Thomas the Tank and Island of Sodor skin on it. And you can play some of the classic stories from the series and drive the trains, obviously. Welcome in, Phoebes. Thanks for sending those emotes in the chat. I appreciate anybody who watches me play this or I don't know is part of the stream. Right then, so I have played a little bit of this. Obviously, I've been doing videos and covering it on YouTube and things. I've also been going through the collectibles. There is a total of wherever they are. They're not in photos. Yeah, they're in challenges. I'm going through them and doing guides on where all of them are. I know where they are. I've just got to obviously record it. But basically what you can do in this game is pick one of the engines and do their run and their timetable. Or you can go anywhere you want on the island and just explore the different areas and basically do what you want. Welcome in, Mimi. Hope you're doing good today. So yeah, as I was saying, you can basically pick a town and some are just exploration areas while others contain stories. And I've done some of the stories already. I say some. I've done the tutorial, which is wherever it is. That one. And I've also done that one because I have. But we'll start again because why not? So let's do this tutorial again, just so you guys can see it. It's kind of like a mix of the classic series and a bit more of a modern day one. So I remember Thomas from the model series. That's what I grew up with. The CGI animated stuff that they have in modern day. I don't know it. I know the model series.
In this short introduction, you will be taken through every step needed.
You can't skip any of this.
Thomas is a really useful engine, and I'm sure you will be an expert driver in no time. Would you like to learn how to drive Thomas? Press the yes button to continue learning how to play. Or if you feel you are ready,
we're going to press yes, even though I already know what to do.
You can play this introduction again
because
by choosing the introduction
I'm going to let you guys obviously see it. That's the whole point. Oh, hold on. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that's the whole point. So you guys can see it. I don't know if I'm going to like continue playing this as like a long series or anything, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Follow the markers in front of you, as they will guide.
So there is controller support, but I don't have the controller plugged in because it's a little bit limited. You can actually do more with the mouse and keyboard, so that's what I'm going to be using.
Now that Thomas's cab door is open, you can use the steps to climb up into the... This is Thomas's cab.
There you go. So you can stand in the second man's position, or you can stand in the driver's position. Well, that's the one I want because I want to drive it.
If you want a better view of your...
Yeah, I know how to do that. You've got the driver's camera. Oh, it's now doing something else.
Locations on the railways of Sodor where lines separate.
I'll show cameras in a minute.
These involve a network of points that set the direction the train will be travelling. On the main line, most of these points are controlled by the closest signal box. However, there are yards and junctions that require the points to be set manually. Thomas's friends Annie and Clarabelle are waiting at the station platform. In order to reach
So
Annie and
basically,
Clarabelle,
what I've got to
you
do
will first
is
need to
get
switch
out of the
points.
cab, change that
Set
point,
the correct
get back
point.
in, drive down the
Set
line,
the
and then
point by
reverse back
climbing
into the
down out
carriages.
of the cab,
That's basically what I've got to
walking
do.
over and interacting with it.
But before I do that, I'm going to show you the other cameras. So you've obviously got this driver's cam. Pressing the button again does put you into other views. So you'll get this window. Oh, hold on. It won't do it because it's in the tutorial, but you'll see out of that window. You'll see out of that window. You'll sort of see out of there and get a side-on view, and same on this side. And that's just keep pressing the button over and over. When you're actually driving, you've got that view, that view, that view, that view, and a free camera, which you have to use the arrow keys for, and it's quite awkward. You've got to use the shift, makes it go quicker, and the arrow keys move the camera, because WASD moves your train, but then if you want to turn, you've got to use the mouse, and it just becomes really awkward. So, yeah, not enough hands, basically. But anyway, we need to get out of this, don't we? So let's jump down there, and let's run over to this signal. Not signal. Yes, signal, junction, whatever. This thing we've got to move. Okay.
You can also change the points on the map, which can be accessed by pressing the key shown now.
Okay. Well, with the map, you have these labels, and at the minute you can't see the train, so I tend to turn them off, just so you can actually see where your train is, which is there. Okay, so we can change the points by literally just clicking and dragging. But for some reason, why isn't that working? Oh, you have to click and drag, do you? Maybe. Oh, it's switching between that, and then that one's not switching. Hey? Oh, I don't know. This is where we crash in the tutorial, guys. Anyway, let's get in this. Stand there.
Excellent work so far. The junction is now correctly set. So it is time to move Thomas out of the siding and over to Annie and Clarabelle.
All right, well, with this,
forward, press and hold the button shown now on the screen to increase the throttle.
S and W are your brake and move, but what you have to do is press A or D to put yourself into like a gear. It's not called a gear in a train, but you know what I mean. Like A will take you forward, pressing D will put you into neutral, D again will put you into reverse. So we need to go forward. I then tend to come out of
Well done.
the cab
You're doing
view
a good job so
because you can actually see where you are, and it's easier.
far. To slow Thomas
Now,
down, press and hold the button
with the
shown to
tutorial,
begin
I
applying
don't
the
need
brake.
to set paths or signals, but occasionally, if you're in explore mode, you'll go through one of those signals and it'll say failure. That's because you've not set a path, and lots of people are not setting paths. Now, there's a way to glitch it, of course there is, but then you kind of have no control over what line it takes you on, but you can go from one end of the island to the other. So I currently need to go to this blue point here and stop. And that's one thing. Stopping doesn't take ages, but if you're not reasonably accurate with it,
return to
and then
zero.
you say stop, where it says stop and wait on the left-hand side.
In either forward or reverse.
If you stop and you're, say, 5 yards off,
To make Thomas
you put a bit
reverse,
more on your
tap the
throttle
control
to go
shown on
forward, and then
screen
it'll just
and
fail you.
direction arrow on
So
the hood
you have to be
points
like
down.
really careful. It's better to stop much further away and then slowly roll than it is to do anything else. Because yeah, if you stop too
Remember to
soon,
slow down when approaching Annie and Clarabelle.
then
You should be going
or too
slow
close to the marker,
5
should I
miles
say,
per hour when attempting
you might not be able to adjust yourself.
and troublesome trucks.
Now, I'm not going to do it in this, but I will show in explore mode what happens when you go too quickly. But I'm not going to do it in the tutorial because I'd have to do everything I've just done again. And I know I'm pretty close to the end of the tutorial. Like I said, I've already done it. So I could actually unlock some of the other stories and the explore mode itself. So you just slow down to basically nothing. And then just roll in, really. Like I say, this is Train Simulator, but with a Thomas the Tank and a Sodor skin on it. And because I've gone into those coaches
Hello, Clarabelle.
at a slow speed, it's auto-coupled up. I don't need to manually do it, and I've not
Allow
crashed.
passengers to climb aboard, you will first need to open the passenger doors using the control
So Y does that side, and then U does the other side. So you'd look at it like this, wouldn't you? So Y on your keyboard does the left-hand side, U does the right-hand side.
Available to use during your adventures on Sodor. Let's look at another one now.
Yeah, we already know
Using the button
how to
shown
do
on
the
screen,
cameras.
change
I've
to the
already
free
shown
camera.
how to do the cameras. There we go. Free cam, there you go. Done. Right.
You are now using the free camera.
I'm not.
With
I'm
this
using the
camera,
cab
you
cam,
can
actually.
freely fly around to wherever you'd like. You are still able to fully control your train whilst using this camera. And it's
What
very
they don't
easy
tell
to
you
get
is if
a
you
good look at
press
your surroundings.
F1, you take off all of the heads-up display. I found that out earlier while doing a guide for where all of the conductor hats are
Camera
located.
around, so it is looking at Thomas.
You actually have to do it, don't you? There you go.
Now move the camera so that it is looking at me. Same
Child, I know.
Now return to the inside camera view using the button shown here. Remember, you can drive Thomas from both the inside cab view and the outside camera you were shown earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Good job. It looks like everyone has boarded now. You can go ahead and close the passenger doors using the control shown here.
So as I said, Y does the left and U does the right-hand side
Got
doors.
a green signal, so you're ready to continue to the next station. Increase the throttle once again to move Thomas forward.
And then, yeah, we just drive off. And it's not failed me because the signal's down. Yay! I don't know what's going on there, guys, by the way. There's just some animals having a kick about. Just, you know, casually, like you do. Oh, hold on. If I do... is it that? No. Oh, I've forgotten what the key is now. Hold on. Slow him down. can do, expressions. You're not going to be able to see the coaches, but whatever.
Remember to slow down.
I can change the expressions as well. That's just...
so that you come to a safe stop.
I'm going to have to get out of that because the station is, well, 200 odd yards away. So I'll have to show expressions off in a bit. Because being in that view, I'm going to miss the platform. There we go. Give me a slightly better view than this. There we go. That's what I wanted. And see what I mean by if you stop a bit further away, you're able to just slowly roll in and you're able to hit it much easier. So ideally you want to get in the green. There we go.
Good work. Now open the passenger doors to allow the passengers to start boarding.
Now you won't be able to see it, but there's like an indicator in the top right corner near where the time is. When that turns green, it means everybody who you're picking up is on the train and you're ready to go.
You will be an expert driver in no time.
Oh,
You're a great driver. I
Can I-
can't wait to start our adventures together.
Yes, I actually can change expressions in cutscenes. I didn't realise you could do that. I thought that was set. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so that's basically the tutorial. That's what you do. It's Train Simulator, basically, just with a Thomas skin over it. And yeah, those dizzy eyes are so funny. But yeah, I have also played the next scenario, Thomas and Gordon, because I wanted to see what was going on, see what the game was all about. What I'm going to do, though, is go to the main menu. We will do that story in a bit, but I'm actually going to show you the explore mode where you can be a bit more free roamy. Now, there's 5 engines that you can spawn. Yes, there's 6 on screen. James is a DLC. So if you're just buying the standard game, you'll have Diesel, Emily, Gordon, Percy, and Thomas. Let's choose Gordon because why not? Let's put him on this part of the track where he's going to hit something. And you're probably going to say why, because I'm going to show you why. Because if you get this up to speed, I'm in the wrong seat. That's the thing. Thomas's driver's seat was over here. Gordon's is over here. All the seats are in different places for different trains. Anyway, what I'm going to do is show you guys something. This might not do it because he might be going too slow. He might be going the right speed, but you hit something with a train and they go absolutely flying. Now, I'm going to do that again because obviously it kicks you out of the game when you do that. Controls, what was photo mode? It's shift and space. Okay. So I'm going to do that again just so you can see the destruction that it leaves behind. Thank you for following Jonas Bond on YouTube. I appreciate that. What am I doing here? Spawn train. Let's spawn Gordon back in. So we know the slow speed is enough. You don't have to go particularly quickly. I'm not going to set a path. I'm going to get out of that view. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to drive into this and get ready for the photo mode. Come on. There we go. I want him to hit the buffers at a reasonably quick speed. I say reasonably quick speed. It's going to be enough as soon as he hits it into photo mode. And then if I come out of photo mode and don't press anything in the menus, I just come straight out of it by physically pressing on exit, this happens. So you can see the train's derailed. The tender's over on a complete other track. The train's just there. And then you can do this. Go back into the cab. Find which way you are. Get out. And walk away. And if you don't go into photo mode, as you saw earlier, it'll just kick you back to the menu. But now, you've got this. You've got a derailed train. And what you can do is you can spawn Gordon in again if you wanted to. And he'll still exist. And he'll still also be over there, look. So if I spawn him back in, he's there. Let me just run over here so you can see the two of them. Gordon's there, but crashed Gordon is over there. But you can also spawn in other trains as well in the explore mode. Such as, let's have a look. Let's do Percy. Let's get in Percy. And again, I'm not going to set a path for the moment. Hi, Red Baron on YouTube. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And yeah, if I go into this free cam mode a minute, you can actually see what I'm doing here. Oops, give me a second. Let me just pull Percy a bit closer to Gordon. And if I press spacebar, Percy will whistle and Gordon will whistle back. So you can have loads of other trains there as well. I'll show you the expressions menu again because it's easier to show here. So I'm currently selected on Gordon. I can change him to competitive. Like some of these work, some of these don't, because it's a bit of a... It's a feature that's there, but it's not fully activated. Like I believe people on consoles can't actually get access to this menu, but it will be fully functional in a future sort of patch. Why is Gordon not work? Oh, because it's other Gordon. I was selecting that Gordon. So yes, this Gordon, competitive, sleeping, cross. Let's change Percy to dizzy, sad. You've got loads of different expressions there, and you can have them looking at each other as well if you want. Speaking doesn't work, but hey, it's a work in progress feature. Let's get out of that. So that's explore mode. Who am I in? I'm in Percy. So you can see it's telling me to stop and wait. Well, I'm not going to do that. That is such a weird camera angle. But as you can see, the signal is up. It's telling me to stop and wait, but if I drive through it, it will eventually... It won't do it actually because I've crashed a train and I've glitched it. So now I'm currently in the glitch state where I can just drive basically where I want. And I can go through the stop and wait signals. It won't fail me because I've glitched the explore state by crashing a train. We'll see again. Stop and wait. I'm not going to stop and wait for nothing. I'm just going to drive straight through that signal. And that's that. Let's just restart the explore mode for a moment. And jump into Percy again. Obviously, I can spawn in with like trucks and stuff, but you can just spawn the train on its own if you want to. Let's do that. Let's get into a better view and let's drive in forward. As you can see, I haven't set a path. And I'm just going to drive past the stop and wait signal. And it's pretty much exactly like crashing a train. You don't wait for the signal, you drive through it, you get a service failure, it restarts you. So then you just press replay service and do it all over again. And this is what some people are not realizing, that, oh, explore mode doesn't work. It does work. What you need to do, spawn any of your trains in. Like so. Get in said train. Press number 9 to open up the map, or whatever the button is on your system. I get rid of the labels so I can see the train better. Yours will be blue if you've got any other trains. They'll be grey. You press set path. You move along the map wherever you want to go. I'm just going to go a bit further down the line as an example. You see what line I'm on. Where am I? Just go here for now. There. I press confirm. You can see my marker. And there you go. The signal is now telling me to go. I can just go straight through it. It's not stop and go. And if you do get a stop and go, the signal will change when you are about there from it. About the 20 to 30 yards from it, it'll change to go. And you can just drive straight through it. And my blue is the marker. And there you go. I've reached my destination. I didn't stop, but it doesn't matter, right? I've reached where I wanted to go. And I've now got a stop and wait signal up there because obviously I didn't stop where my marker was, but I was only showing you that as an example. That's explore mode. That is also how you get all of the collectibles as well. Yes, I do want to quit to the main menu. Timetable mode is a bit different. Like I said, you can pick which train you want to drive and then, well, drive it basically. Or what you can do is, let's just jump in this very, very quickly. So I'm spawning Thomas on his Knapford to Farquhar service, but even though I'm the driver, I don't want to drive this. Let me spawn Percy in. I can spawn any train, but let me spawn Percy in because why not? Let's get in Percy and let's get to his driver's seat. No active service, play. So I've passed on Thomas's service. Let's step down. Let's get back in. Let's step up and let's sit down. I'm going to leave those doors to do their thing, and I'm going to let Thomas leave. If I press F1, there is absolutely nothing I can take off the compass and things. I don't know when this train is going to go, if it is going to go, because I didn't actually start my thing. And then I need to just do that. Cheers for that, Mimi. Oh, hold on. I'm getting the application did not respond. It's not allowing me to use it, Mimi. Give me a second, let me retry that. Tell you what, let me restart my thing. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, what you guys are seeing here is me traveling as a passenger, and that's how you can do it. You spawn a train in timetable mode, get out of it, spawn another, pass on the service, and then jump back in your original train. Oh, there you go. It seems to have done it now. So I haven't pressed use, but it's done it. Do you still want me to put it through? Because it's not showing up anything for me. I can, if I do that, hold on, and then I just send this to my ticket. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. Red Baron. I played a train racing game on PS2, Extreme Express. No, I don't know what that game is. But you know what I'll do? I'll take a look at it, and if it's all right or a bit obscure or a bit out there, I'll probably feature it in a video. Maybe, I don't know. I'll take a look at that. Extreme Express. Let me make a note of that somewhere. Made a note of that. Cool. Right. So I'm just trying to get this item to be showing up. Right then. What was I doing? Ah, yeah. So basically, as I was saying, I'm now riding as a passenger, and if I want, I can get up, I can get out, I can walk out, and if those train doors close, which is my worry, if that happens, I can just go onto the map and look for where the next station is, which I think is going to be here, and I believe I can fast travel to it. So that's what I'm going to do if, well, I say if those doors have just closed. I ain't getting back on that train unless I can run into the cab very, very quickly. No. Get in. Go. You made it. Made the train. Made it, guys. I can't get off. It's unsafe. It won't let me get off. But yeah, I made the train just about. Welcome in, Z. Welcome in, Aluna. How are you guys doing today? I'm just hold on. If he's going to travel down the line, we've got to do it like that, haven't we? We've got to do this properly. That's the best way a train should drive down the tracks, with the eyes going in all directions. I'm doing all right, Aluna. I'm trying to, you know, get through things, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Anyway, that's enough of that expression. Let's just idle him. Let's come out of the expressions menu. Let me check my stream still working. It is. Let me do that. Bring all that back on. Get back into cab. Oh, it's the wrong way round. Cab door is open. I'm out of the seat. When it stops, which that ain't gonna stop, is it? That is not stopping. And because I don't know what this service actually is now, I don't know where the next stop is. Got to be honest with you. Like I said, Red Baron, I'll give it a go. I'll see what it's like. And, you know, whether it's good or bad, I'll cover it. I'll give my honest opinion on it. I'm always looking for those older, sort of obscure games to cover. Anyway, it looks like we are getting to another station now, so hopefully I can get off. Did I miss the platform? No, because I'm not actually driving, and if I am, then no, I'm stood in the secondman's position, so I'm not he's driving technically. But it depends. If they're behind time, they will skip a platform. But it looks like I can get out, so yes, I can get out, and I would like to get out, please. Let me out. Let me off. Let me off. Let me off. Thank you. Where are we now? Ellsbridge. So yeah, I can get back into those carriages if I want to, but what I'm gonna do is go into the map now that I'm off the train. See, the train's turned grey because it's not technically my train anymore. And I'm gonna go all the way up here to this next station, which is Maithwaite. Before I do that, let me make sure the train is going. There you go. It's gone. It's gone without me. If I fast travel to Maithwaite, I don't know which way it's going to arrive. I think it comes from here. If I go onto the map, I'm going to be able to see it. I might need to be on the other platform though. Oh, look, it's miles away. It's fine. So I'm going to go the safe route. I'm not going to cross the tracks. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, it is actually, for what it is, it's a Thomas Train Simulator game. It's not going to be the most, you know, graphically enhanced game in the world, but for what it is, it's, you know, reasonable. Unfortunately, you can't walk all the way through the entire town, and you are a little bit restricted to the actual tracks area. Let's just check. There's no train. But for what it is, it's all right. Let's get back onto this platform. I'm just trying to be a little bit careful as well, because I don't want to pick up any of those things, those whistles, because they're collectibles that I'm kind of in the middle of doing guides for. So if I get one on stream, I have graphics and everything on screen, and it'll look weird. In the middle of a collectibles guide. Anyway, let's see where that train is. Where are we? There you go. It's not too far away. It's here. It's coming up to the station now. So that's the thing. If you're playing Explore mode and you miss the train, guess what? you've not missed the train. You just fast travel to the next station and hopefully it stops. We can see Thomas arriving now. Hopefully it stops. And if it doesn't stop, well, we just fast travel to the next station and go from there. But it looks like it's slowing down. And that is what you call pretty much perfect placement. Doors open, step in, and I am back on the train. I mean, there's no one else on it, but I'm back on the train. So if you miss it, you don't actually miss it. So that's how you can ride as a passenger, and that's basically explore mode in a nutshell, really. There's lots of things you can do there. Crash trains, cause chaos, ride as passengers, or actually take a timetabled service in timetable mode. But primarily, you're here to play some of the stories. And where we left it after the tutorial was Thomas and Gordon in Knapford. Now, you've also got Thomas and Bertie, Percy branching out. Any of the stories that have the red exclamation mark next to them, you won't be able to play unless you've got the James DLC. So let's do Thomas and Gordon and do some more of the stories.
Thomas and Gordon.
Why is there loads of
Thomas
Thomases?
is a tank engine who lives at the big station on the
There he
island of
is.
Sodor. He has 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
I don't know why there's like, oh, it might be because of
He is
all
a
these
foot
scenes,
little
but
engine too. Always pulling
I like trains.
to take on long
do indeed, Retro. I do indeed. Oh, also, while I can see it, in the distance there, you could see the gallery at Knapford Station. So some of the collectibles are paintings that are scattered around the island. As you collect them, they will appear in that gallery. So you know which ones you've got and which ones you haven't. And they're not
He loves playing
in the
tricks on
order that you've collected them.
especially
So it
Gordon,
helps you sort of,
biggest and proudest engine of all.
it helps you figure out which ones are placed
Thomas
where.
starts whistling cheekily at him.
I looked on Reddit the other day and somebody was like, which one am I missing? And I knew straight away because of its location in the gallery.
Wake up, lazy bones. Why don't you work hard like me?
Hey, Retro, look, at least you're getting something to eat. I've only had a pastry today, but I am going to get food after this stream,
Thomas
so
found it hard to wake up.
yeah.
His fire went out, and there wasn't enough steam.
So yeah, with these stories, it's like it would be in the show. Basically, you'll get the narrator telling the story and also doing the voices of all the trains.
At last,
And then
started.
there will be a bit where you actually take control and can actually do something. Like now. And you'll be told what to do, it's just actually doing it.
He fussed into the station.
And there's no way of
Gordon was
skipping.
waiting.
So, yeah, there's no way of skipping. But, hey, look, you actually get to see the story,
Said Gordon.
which I don't mind.
Bring me my coat.
Normally, I'd be, yeah, let's just
Hurry
skip these
yourself,
cutscenes, get on with
replied
gameplay.
Thomas.
But I don't mind, because
Yes,
in the story mode, the actual gameplay is quite short. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yes, Ringo Starr was the original narrator. I remember that on the model series. Yes, Ringo Starr was the narrator. That's the one that I remember. Anything after that, all those reboots it had, CGI, the animated one, the kids. I mean, it was a kids series, but you know what I mean, the like kids cartoonish version. No, none of that. The classic, the original, the best model series, in my opinion. we got the same episodes that George Carlin did as narrator, but obviously Ringo did the narration for us in the UK. Anyway, we are driving Thomas 25 yards. And then there's a stop and go up there. Because Gordon is currently reversing. So we've got to go now to the blue marker on the floor where the yellow arrow is. Like I say, I've already done this one, but I'm just doing it as an example for you guys watching. Probably going a bit too quick there. But we've stopped at the right place. And now we've got to go back all the way over there. So let's go into reverse. And set Thomas going. And if you do go too quick over these junctions or where the track turns, you'll do what happened earlier to Gordon and send them flying. So like I say, it's a train simulator, but with a Thomas the Tank and Island of Sodor skin over it. Yeah, maybe next time I'll play this on stream. I'll label the stream that. So where's this taking me now? All the way back to the turntable. So let's slow down because I'm approaching that way too quickly. Cool. Now we need to go forward. To be honest, I'm not really like a massive simulator person. I've played a few of them. I only really got this because it was Thomas, to be honest with you. But it's made by Dovetail Games, and they made Train Sim World 5 Thomas DLC. So they basically took what they made in DLC and expanded it into a fully fledged game. So I hit those coaches slowly. I'm now auto-coupled to them, and I now need to shove them to that location. Again, if I went too quick into the coaches, I would have gone flying. And the difficulty now is I can't actually see properly where the marker is. Because that marker isn't for me, it's for the front of the train, which is technically where the coaches are. And I can't actually see it, which... If you think that this is a difficult bit, am I on the wrong track there? I don't even know. I can't even see. And you guys can't see either because all of my graphics are in the way. Great, I'm 5 yards off. Made it. Right. Now where? All the way back again. as I said earlier, if you end up about 5 yards off, then it becomes difficult because you have to basically feather the throttle and hope for the best. Because it can just, if you're on a hill, it can just roll you and take you. And if you don't, like, feather it, you're just going. And then you'll fail. Because you'll be going too fast. Or you'll completely miss the marker. Oh, hold on, guys, hold on. Sorry, I'm just a child. Sorry. The best view, the absolute best view. Right, anyway, what are we doing? We've got to go through a tunnel, and this is probably the worst part about the game, the tunnels. Tell you why it's the worst part of the game, because no matter what view you're in, this happens. You go into cab view. So you really can't see anything. Not only is it pitch black. Oh god, it genuinely is pitch black because I don't know where I am now. Oh no. There you go. It turned me around for some reason. It's like you want to go fast to get through the tunnel, but you don't want to go too fast because you can't see. And I'm pressing a button to change view. It's not doing it. It's not letting me change the view. You can probably hear me smashing the button. Yeah, you can open the map, but what you can't do when you're in map view is do that and stop your train. See, I'm in map view. I'm pressing W to move. I'm pressing S to brake. You can't stop your train in map view. And the marker is 17 yards away. And I still can't switch.
Map men.
Indeed. So I'm 17 yards away and it still won't let me switch. So I just need to be careful, really. It won't even let me go into the free camera. Oh, I've done it. I've done it. Okay. Now we need to go forward. Back through a tunnel. In this view. And again, I don't want to go too quickly, but I do want to go quick because I want to get through the tunnel. 400 yards is where I need to stop. That's all right. Again, don't want to go too quick because I can't change the camera. I can't see the front of the train. I've got no idea where that is. That was a view. I forgot it was in that view. Let me just stop and answer Mimi. Couldn't I have the other guy drive? What other guy? I am the driver. There was only another guy last time in timetable mode because remember, I got out of the train, spawned another one, and basically reassigned myself. So, yeah, there isn't another driver. Otherwise, yeah, I would. That's the view I want. Oh no, he's going backwards. No, stop. Don't go backwards. So I'm about 100 yards off. This camera's going to go weird, so I need to switch to that one because the canopy will mess everything up. Oh, also the bookstall there you can see is empty. If I get the book collectibles, they'll end up in there when you find them. The only gallery is the pictures, and the only things that don't show up are the whistles and the conductor hats. So if you miss any of them, you've basically got to keep looking until you know you've got all 20 of them. Okay, very slowly, let's couple up to Gordon. We did it. We did it.
Gordon hadn't forgiven Thomas for waking him up from this nap. As soon as the last passenger had climbed on board, he started up so quickly that there was no time to uncouple Thomas.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Now who am I controlling? I think I'm controlling Gordon now. But the camera is still locked to Thomas. Yes, I am. I am controlling Gordon.
Stop! Stop! Come on, keep up, called Gordon.
And now it's telling us to go fast, so let's go fast. That's the harbour down below us. There's a station over there, and there's also a collectible here, but you can't cross the water. To get from that station to over the other side, you're going all the way around the map. Unless you, you know, not glitch it, you just go a station a bit further down the line and travel down a connecting station, but you would think that there would be a way there because it's all the same area. And a lot of people are saying that half the harbour is inaccessible, but it isn't. Yeah, if you go too fast, yeah, you do fall off the rails, yeah, but Gordon is a much faster train anyway than Thomas. He can go like 100 mile an hour and not fall off. If Thomas did it, then yeah, you're falling off. Gordon can fall off in certain areas. As you can see, look, Thomas is nearly going, because he shouldn't be really going this speed, but he's holding on to the coaches.
Laughed Gordon. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. He was out of breath and his wheels hurt him, but he had to go on.
So obviously Gordon is the train that pulls the express coaches, so yeah, he's meant to go fast. And we are 2.8 miles away from the next station. No, hold on. Do that. There we go. Sorry, I lost it for a moment there. It's like these stations Gordon doesn't stop at, so I don't need to stop there, which is kind of good.
Stop, please.
Thomas is thinking, what is going on? Hi, Thinkrust. Welcome in. First time chatter. We're playing Wonders of Sodor today, but we do a variety of different games. How are you doing today? I do stop at Wellsworth, yeah. And it's about half a mile away. So, as Gordon, I need to be slowing down. I really need to be slowing down. I'm probably going to fail this, guys. There we go. Yeah, I know. I've done this story before, but I'm just, showing it off. Started from the beginning, really. I only did the tutorial and this before, and then I've been doing collectibles guides. So I haven't really been playing the explore stuff, or the explore stories, should I say? So we're going through them. We're going through them. We're going through them. Right, we've got the go signal, so that's fine. But the station is like 200 yards away, so we're not going to go too quickly into it. Give me a better camera view. Not that one. That's still awful. That's still an awful camera view, but it's fine. It'll do. It'll do for this. Get me close to that marker. No, not close enough. There we go.
At last, they stopped at a station. Well, little Thomas, chuckled Gordon, now you know what hard work means, don't you? Thomas was uncoupled, and he felt very
That
silly
is what
now
Thomas
exhausted.
should be looking like after being dragged halfway across the island.
Slowly away to rest, and had a long drink. After that, he was careful to never be cheeky to Gordon again.
So there you go. That's basically it. That's the story. And then press continue. You can do the next scenario and then go from there. So the next scenario is Thomas goes fishing. Fine. Let me go into the main menu. Yeah, you can mess with the faces during cutscenes. I knew you could do it in explore mode and in like the free roamy bits. And you can do it when they're traveling. I didn't know that you could do it in cutscenes until I started messing about in a cutscene, literally in this stream. But I believe it doesn't work if you play on consoles because the menu is accessible if you plug a keyboard into your console, but you can't actually then change any of the features. And Dovetail have come out and said, yeah, it's an experimental feature. It will be properly implemented at a later date, but they didn't say when. But PC users, yeah, go for it. So Thomas Goes Fishing was the next story, which is that one in Elsbridge. There's a couple of other stories as well that I can do. So obviously anything with a book has stories available. towns and villages are basically the houses or the house icon. They're just explore areas. And then just stations like the harbour, it's just a station. Like, for example, if I go to the harbour, this is what I said earlier when I crossed the bridge. There's collectibles in this area, but there's one over there on that side of the water, and I've seen people say, oh yeah, it's inaccessible. And obviously you can't swim. You can take a train, but what happens is to get to there, you can't just drive up there and reverse in. The game won't let you do it. You have to basically, if you spawn a train here and set a path to the north side of the harbour, it will take you all the way over to this turnaround point, basically halfway to the other side of the map, and then you'll come all the way back, which can be annoying. So if you're going for collectibles there, what you need to do is spawn like let me follow the line. You spawn like here, which I believe is the sports field. Yep. And then you then set your path over there, and that's how you get to it. So it isn't inaccessible. It's just awkward. Anyway, let's do another story. Yeah, no worries, Mimi. Lurkers are always welcome. So yeah, let's do this Thomas Goes Fishing story.
Thomas Goes Fishing. When Thomas puffed along his branch line, he always looked forward to something special. The sight of the river. As he rumbled over the bridge, he would see people fishing. Thomas often wanted to stay and watch. One day, Thomas stopped as usual to take on water at the station by the river. Out of order? Bother!
See, he's tired. He needs water. He's very tired.
Never mind, Thomas, said his driver. We'll get some water from the river. They found a bucket and some rope.
Okay, let's get out of here, because we've got to drive this train now. So stop at Elsbridge River Bridge. Okay. Incidentally, that out of order sign isn't there at Elsbridge normally. And that's also where a collectible is, but in this mode, I don't think you can get out of the trains. So, yeah, it is what it is. Now what? Oh, climb down from the cab. Oh, okay. You can get out. Hush my mouth. Climb down from the cab. Go to the marker. Get the bucket. Yeah, so this game, Wonders of Sodor, it has some of the classic stories in from a lot of the different eras. And I do remember the story we just played. I do remember Thomas Goes Fishing as well. Oh. Let's fill his water tank. But yeah, there's some other stories that, obviously it was years ago. I don't remember exactly what happened, but like I remember the names of the stories and things like that. But yeah, it's just nice to relive them. Living vicariously through my inner child. More water. Bucket. Oh, it's nearly full. I think another one. Is that all Thomas takes? 4 buckets of water? No wonder they always have to get, water refills at pretty much every station. There we go. Right, climb back into the cab. Turn to the driver's position. And let's go to Maithwaite. Yeah, those tunnels aren't too bad for the camera. It's the longer ones that are more problematic, should we say, for the camera views. Why are you stopping? Why are you stopping? There we go. That's not the view I wanted. That's the view I wanted. There we go. Right. Half a mile, or just over half a mile, to Maithwaite. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, I've missed it. No. That is your opening titles. It's that location. Anyway, it wasn't, an exact one-for-one shot there, but you get the picture. Anyway, we are approaching the station now. And again, ideally, we don't want to hit it in the red. Closer to green, the better, the more points you get. There is a score, don't know if you can see it in the top right corner. But you do get scored on speed, accuracy, and objectives and things like that. So we need to unlock the doors, which is there. Load in the passengers, which I don't think you're able to see simply because of where the thing is. No, you guys can't see it, but that's fine. It's in the top corner. There's like a yellow bar that's moving up, and when it's full, it means that all the passengers are in. And when they are all in, you can lock the doors and get moving. With the next station stop being Hackenbeck. as I said, these stories are, you know, they were all short stories anyway in the original Thomas series. The bits where you control the train, you know, they're actually like a few minutes of the story, because you never really see a train travel, well, in Thomas anyway, from one station to the next. It's like they leave the station, there's a shot of them traveling through a tunnel, and then they're immediately at the next station again. So they've taken those elements and basically that's your train sim. That's your actual gameplay. And I think, you know, it works. I've enjoyed playing this actually since it got released. But as I said, I've not really played the stories. I played the tutorial, I've played the Gordon and Thomas one, and I've played this one. I've played the tutorial twice and the Gordon and Thomas one twice for the sake of this stream. But I've mainly been going around the island getting all of the collectibles, and there is loads of them. Some are easier than others. But, you know, there you go. Anyway, we better slow down because the station is approaching. Well, I mean, it's 300 yards away, but still. We've got to slow down for the station. That seems slow enough for me. Oh, hello. That's probably too slow, actually. And slam on the brakes. That's probably going to miss. No, it isn't. Made it. Unlock the doors. All the passengers can get on. Let's change cameras. Let's see them all get on. And I believe we have one more station after this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's lock the doors.
Suddenly, Thomas began to feel a pain in his boiler.
Oh dear. I wonder why that is.
Dear, groaned Thomas. I think I'm going to burst. I've got such a pain. I've got such a pain.
Yep. I thought that was the last actual station because the end of the line at Farquhar is next. So let's try and get there, shall we? As quickly as we can. We've got a stop and wait signal. Denied, no route available. Oh dear. I contacted the signaller there, but because I thought it was a signal and it's not. I think this is Thomas breaking down, guys. Uncouple, which I've done.
They stopped just outside the last station, uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle, and ran Thomas, who was still groaning, onto a siding right out of the way.
Okay, so now we go into the siding and we completely avoid Farquhar Station. You know, I've barely even pressed that, and Thomas was just rolling then. That's what I was saying earlier where if you're 5 yards off and you don't realise you're on a hill, when you hit trucks or carriages, you go flying.
While the guard telephoned for an engine inspector, the driver found a notice with large letters, which he hung on Thomas in front and behind. Danger, keep away. Soon the inspector and Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Cheer up, Thomas, they said. We'll soon put you right. The driver told them what had happened. So the feed pipe is blocked, said the inspector. I'll just look in the tanks. He climbed up and peered in. Then he came down. Excuse me, sir. Please look in the tank and tell me what...
Is it fish? Has he got fish inside of him?
Certainly, Inspector, replied Sir Topham Hatt. He clambered up, looked in, and nearly fell off in surprise.
There's fish in the tank.
Inspector, he whispered, can you see fish?
That reaction.
Gracious goodness me, how did the fish get there, driver? We must have fished them from the river with our bucket, replied Thomas's driver. Well, Thomas, you and your driver have been fishing. But fish don't suit you. We must get them out. They all took turns fishing in Thomas's tank.
So they actually fished out of the tank. Why didn't they just flush it?
Never mind, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. You will be all right now.
I just get a big pipe, you know, into the water tank and just pump it out. I mean, it is hilarious that they've sat on top of him fishing, but still, I know it's a kids' show, right? And it's done there for, you know, effect. But still, if that was a real steam engine, you'd flush the tank out with a big hose. Anyway, we scored just over 3,000 points for that. And what you can do with the stories is go back, play them again, and try to improve your score. Thomas and Bertie is the next scenario. But I'm not going to do that. Because what I want to do is drive a different engine. So I'm going to go to Knapford in the Explore mode. And we are going to do something here that... Or we're going to try anyway. Let's spawn a train, Gordon, with 4 express coaches loaded. And we're going to go down here and turn around. And have him face this way. We're then going to get into Gordon. And into his driver's position. I'm then going to set my path. And we are going all the way over to the other side of the map. And Vickerstown platform. It has to be this south side because the north side of Vickerstown doesn't actually connect to anything. So platform 2 at Vickerstown right at the end. Confirm the destination. There's no other stops along the way. I'm going to wait until it says 12 to 30 on the clock, but I am going to get Gordon ready to go. And we are going for a speed challenge. The record, I believe, is 17 minutes. And we're off. The train didn't move until 30 seconds, so the clock started at 12:02:30. Okay, maybe add a second or two to the time. But we're going for a speed record here with Gordon, with 4 coaches loaded with passengers. The route is Knapford to Vickerstown, no stops in between. 17 minutes, I believe, is the record on the Sodor Express. Can we do it, guys? Let me know in the chat if you think I can or can't do it. By the looks of things, not so much right now, because we are nearly a minute into this and we are not even out of Knapford yet. We're only just at the harbour, so we need to start moving. And pretty quickly, to be honest with you. Now, there is one area that is a bit problematic, and that is at Crovan's Gate, because the line goes from 3-track, like you're seeing now, all the way down to 1. Or I think it might go down from 3 to 1 or from 3 to 2, but the track narrows. So if you're going way too fast, like I say way too fast, if you're going over 40 mile an hour with Gordon, he will derail. So ideally, the quicker you get there, you can slow down for that bend. But you obviously don't want to be going too fast in the meantime to the point where you derail beforehand. But this is a speed challenge, so you need to go quick. Finding the balance. Remember the time, you guys can't see it, but it was in the top corner. It's where my graphics are. It said 12:02:30 when I started. And look, I might not break the record, but 17 minutes, I believe, is the record. So if we can get close to it, I'll be happy. As we come up to, I believe, our first station, which we are going to bypass. I forget which one it is, but we're going to bypass it anyway. Because we're not stopping. Hey, welcome in, JF. How are you doing today? Using the hashtag Spot'emGang in the chat. And that actually reminds me, if you're not part of the Spot'emGang, it's a great community where you can showcase your creativity, promote your live streams or any content that you may create, artwork, music, graphics, streams, you know, YouTube videos, whatever it might be. It's a great place to be, support and grow. The link to which has been posted by my bot in the chats. It's discord.gg/Spot'em. Click through to there and join the community. Red Baron, what do you mean don't get excited? Why? What? What? Why shouldn't I get excited? We are 5 minutes gone. Let me see where we are on the map very, very quickly. Our next station is Marin. Okay. Like I said, I'm not here to break speed records. If I can just get close to it, even for a first attempt, it's the first time I've tried this, so even for a first attempt, I'll take whatever it is and then try and beat it another time. I know I'm not going fast enough. I know that. But my finger is down on the W key. You can see that. You know, I'm pretty much full throttle. I just temporarily released it there. But I'm literally going as fast as I can. Like I said, we'll see what time we get it at. And it is my first attempt at this, so I know I'm not going to break it on attempt number 1. I'm probably not going to come. I'm probably not going to come like really close to it, but I'll get as close as I can. JF, yeah, I feel okay. I feel okay today. Getting by. We'll be all right. .93 miles an hour, and we are 10 miles away. So, all right, there's a chance. Yeah, no worries. Lurkers are always welcome. You do what you got to do. I just appreciate that you've been here, whether that's for the entire stream or 5 minutes. I appreciate it. But do remember, there is a shout out that happened, so make sure you post in that shout out thread so you can get some credit. If, of course, you haven't already. Right, quick check of the map coming, because we have how many stations? We have 1. We have Whispering Woods, we have Kelsthorpe Road, and then we have Crovan's Gate. So 2 more stations. Let's get back onto the speed. Once we pass Kelsthorpe Road, that is where we need to slow down. But it's took us 8 minutes, or just over 8 minutes so far. Okay, I did come off the speed a few times, so that is going to affect the time. Of course it is. But I think once you've run this a few times, you get to know how many stations you actually go through, and then you can work it out better without going into the map. Because if you go into the map, you basically lose all control. You can't brake, you can't accelerate, you basically can't do anything with the train. It just moves. But as I said, as close as we can get to the time, the better. Gives us something to work on when we next attempt this. Or when I next attempt this, should I say. So is this now Kelsthorpe Road? Let me have a look. No. Okay, we're nowhere near. We're going 99 miles per hour. This is the speed we need most of the journey. So there's the small platform. We've got Kelsthorpe Road next. I'm going to come off the speed a little bit after Kelsthorpe Road because Croven Gate is the difficult bit. And you don't want to be going more than 40. You'll go flying. So we are through this. Okay. I'm just going to naturally let the speed run. Slow me down naturally. If I need to hit the brakes, I will do. I think we're good for a bit though. Let's just push it a little bit more. Alright, come off. Start hitting the brakes now. Start hitting the brakes now. And you are probably going to say, oh, you're slowing down too much. I'd rather slow down too much than not enough. I know I'm probably nowhere near, but I need to slow Gordon down here because this is a really, really awkward piece of track and I don't want him to go flying off the rails. So I'd rather go slow and make it than not. I can always speed up after. There is probably a better way of getting through this. But as you can see, these tracks get really tight. I know I'm nowhere near the station, but I'd rather be, you know, chugging along than not. I know I've still got a bit of time. I am going to speed up a little bit. Not too much. I did probably slow down a little early there, but it's okay. We're less than 40, so we're going to be okay, I think. Here's the awkwardness. Look how tight these tracks get. So let's slow down a lot. Where's the station? Where's the station? There. Slow down because it's going to send me off into another track. There we go. Now we can speed up. Now we can get the speed back on. We've got past the hard bit. That's Croven's Gate Station done. I probably did slow down a bit too early there. But it's okay, we can get that speed back. We've got 4.3 miles to go. $15-minute mark we've hit, so we're not going to make it in 17 minutes. But I just hope we get as close as we can. Because really, with Croven's Gate, you need to go through it with speed. But if you are literally 1 mile an hour over that, not speed limit, but you know what I mean, like 1 mile an hour over the limit that piece of track can take, you'll go flying and the whole run comes to an end. So if that says at the top 12:22:30, then I've done it in 20 minutes. Which I'll take that. I'll take that. I think Thomas would take a lot longer pulling the express, if I'm being honest with you, but yeah, he would take it slower at places. Right now, we are approaching Henry's tunnel. Now, Henry isn't in the tunnel, and I think he really should be, because he isn't a drivable train in this game just yet. There's rumours he'll be DLC. So for me, I'd be like, well, just brick him up in the tunnel until you buy the DLC. And then when you do, he's no longer in the tunnel in your game. That's what I think they should have done there, but they didn't. Please put your opinions in the chat. What do you think? Should they have done that? It's certainly something that maybe should have been thought about. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Renji221, welcome in, first time chatter. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And yeah, it would have been fun if it was used as a joke, or even like an Easter egg to that story. Even if Henry's DLC, if there ever was a Henry DLC, got released, even just leaving another version of him bricked up into that tunnel as like an Easter egg during like the timetables or whatever. Explore mode, okay, maybe different. Don't have him spawned in because you might need it to, you know, get in and out of the or maybe, sorry, no, explore mode, yeah, he's there because you can use the other line, can't you? But like the stories or timetable mode and stuff like that, he's not there, just because of the way things are scripted. But alas, no, he's not there. But we are approaching Vickerstown, and I've been talking forever and I'm not slowing down, so I am going to crash and not make this because I have been talking. Whatever, we've not stopped, it doesn't matter. We still made it in 12:21 seconds, so I'm saying I made that. Okay, I didn't stop, but I was talking. I wasn't watching what I were doing. But for a first attempt, I'm noting down the time as 19 minutes. 19 minutes. I'm taking that. I'm taking it as 19 minutes. Still a fail. Still a fail, but 19 minutes. All right, if I was concentrating, I might have, you know, it wouldn't have been a fail, would it? But it still would have been 19 minutes. It's not near the record. It's about 2 minutes off. That's fine. That's something to work upon. I'm all right with that. And yeah, Renji, I agree with that. Henry should have been in the base game. I can understand maybe why they haven't, because they are trying to hit all the errors with like the stories and things. So for example, Emily, I don't really know Emily. I know Diesel, Percy, Thomas, Gordon, James. Through the model series, Emily probably was there, but I don't remember her as an engine. I remember all the other 5. James is obviously the DLC. I would, if you was, it's not based on the model series, is it? It's based on all the series, but I would have taken Emily out and put her as DLC and then Henry there instead. But again, I don't know what future DLC there is for this. I've got no idea. But if Henry was DLC, obviously the tunnel episode, the tunnel story, it's one of the more popular ones, one of the more memorable ones. Could that help sell the DLC? Maybe. Obviously, James has his own exclusive stories as well. If we go into the main menu, where is it? It's over here somewhere. Yeah, Jack Frost. And that's Percy. There you go, Leaves. So that's a James story. There's a few others as well, but I haven't probably unlocked them because I've not done that one. So yeah, James has his own stories. Henry's tunnel is a location, so possibly. At the same time, you've got all of this north part of the map, north and central part of the map, where there's no lines, like there's no locations. But if we look at Vickerstown, for example, well, you've got the line that goes to Henry's Tunnel, but you've got this line here that goes like north and left towards the mountains. If we move over to Marin, you've got a line that goes south. You've got this line here from Wellsworth that goes south into a town. So there's lines everywhere. You've got a little town there, but there's no line to it. I'm sure there is, but they've not put anything yet. Like, there's a lot of branch lines missing. There's Henry missing. There's Edward missing. Toby's tram line is missing. The little engines for Skarloey Rail are missing. The mountains are there, so could they be added in the future? Possibly. So there's a lot of potential. Considering the size of the map and what you've got, there's a lot of expansion potential. And then again, it's how far did Dovetail want to take it. You see some games get, fully fledged DLC 3 or 4 years after it got launched. You see some other games get 3 DLC packs in like 6 months, and then it just, that's it, done. But this has a lot of potential for more expansions. There's also so many stories that haven't been included in the base game that could have been, that are, memorable stories. So, we wait and see. We wait and see. But yeah, that was Thomas and Friends. There's, like I say, there's a lot to do. So you've got the explore mode, you've got the stories, you've got timetables for all the trains, Diesel pulling trucks, for example, or, Gordon pulling the express, James pulling mixed loads, Percy doing like mail runs and things like that, Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle, Emily doing coach services and express runs. Challenges. Now with these are the collectibles. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll notice that I've been covering this quite a bit, but I've done a guide for the paintings. I'm in the middle of doing a guide for the conductor hats, and obviously whistles and the books will come eventually. I know where they all are. I just need to record me actually collecting them. And I have passed a few books and whistles during this stream. I've purposely not picked them up. But yeah, The paintings and the Thomas books you can find in Knapford. The other ones, going into challenges is the only way to track them, but you've got no idea of, like, for example, I'm in the middle of the guide for the conductor hats. Like I say, I know where they are, but if I didn't, I know I'm missing 10. But if I come back like in 6 months' time and I'm still missing 10, I don't know which 10. I'm not, you know, you're not going to remember which 10 you've collected and which 10 you haven't. So you're going to have to go through all the locations again to find them. The same with the whistles. But the paintings and the Thomas books, if I go to Knapford and go into explore mode for a second. Retro, when are we getting the Destruction Derby DLC? Well, that was shown at the start of the stream, but I'll show it again for you. Bugger! I've just walked past one of the whistles. That's all right. I can redo that bit. That's me not being careful. But anyway, if I climb up the gallery, that's where the paintings are shown, so you know kind of which ones you're missing. And then over here, because I haven't got any, the bookstall, when you collect the books, that's where the books will be. But yes, that whistle I was trying to avoid, but I got it. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'll just have to, I don't know, make a new save and get that one separately. But anyway, it is what it is. So, main menu. Yeah, there's 20 of each collectible. So yeah, there's 80 in total with obviously 4 different things to get. What was I doing? I'm going to go to Tidmouth Sheds. Explore mode. This is for Retro Panda. And anybody else who wants to know. He was asking, when is the Destruction Derby DLC coming? There isn't a Destruction Derby DLC, but what there is a chaos mode, if you want to call it that. Get in the train, pick a decent view, start the train, get moving. Come on, Gordon. Get moving. Get moving. And look, I'm not going particularly fast. Crash the train, go into photo mode, come out of photo mode when the menu appears. You go flying, go back into this view, press E, get out, walk away from the train. Spawn another train in. Let's spawn another Gordon, because why not? Get in here. Get back in there. Let's not set another path. Let's get him going. Gordon's there upside down. His tender's on the other side of the tracks. Let's move again with Gordon because we can. He'll hit the buffers once again. And when we hit once again, let's go into photo mode once again. It's not going to let us do it, is it? Because we've already glitched it, but that's fine. Let's press escape and exit. We've gone out. We're not in the train. E. Oh, we need to go that view. Get into E. Walk out the train. Let's find where those buffers are. They're there. Let's go here. Let's spawn another train. Gordon again. We could spawn others, but, you know, why not? Spawn whatever you want. Go in here. Gordon number 2's tender may cause us some issues here, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's hit the buffers for a third time. And then, bang. hit the photo mode. I probably don't need to hit photo mode. I have gone on the road. I've gone to the moon. Oh, God. How do I get back from here? How do I get back from here, guys? Because if I do that and go there, I've gone over the wall. I shouldn't be here. I want to be on that side. I can't even get to Gordon properly. Like, that's literally the boundary. Oh, hold on. We need to... Oh, hold on. Right, it's got to be Gordon number 3, hasn't it? Oh, you can't have the dizzy. Damn. Sleeping. That's appropriate. He's not... he's only sleeping. It's fine. Right. Let's try and get back to Tidmouth Sheds, shall we? How? I don't know. There isn't a way to to derail without the failure screen. If you derail, you'll get the failure screen. If you go in and out of photo mode really quickly, you'll still get like the screen to, you know, kick you out. But you'll glitch the game so you can keep spawning engines. And I've somehow fallen through the floor, and that's because I'm not meant to be here. But yeah, chaos mode. That's what that is. So the Destruction Derby DLC, yeah, it's already included in the game. We love a bit of chaos, don't we? Anyway, Thinkrust, you're curious about how what works. But yes. So what have we done today? Well, we've done a little bit of explore mode. We've covered the collectibles, and I've ended up getting one, which I'm now going to have to figure out where my save is and sort that out and go from there. So that's going to be a thing, but whatever. And then, yeah. We've done some of the stories as well. Am I going to continue through this? I don't know. Maybe. There is plenty of stories to go at. I know we only did the tutorial. We did Thomas and Gordon, and we did the one at Elsbridge, which was Thomas Goes Fishing. We have a lot of stories that we can do. With different engines as well. We've not done all the Thomas ones. I might come back to this and do more if people want to see it. But yeah, I'll be back later on in the week for the next stream, around about the same time. That will be just on Twitch though. But yeah, I hope anybody watching has enjoyed this stream. And I will see all of you guys, hopefully, in the next one. Let's have a look to see who we can raid. there is nobody on who I can raid to. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna raid to somebody. So yeah, I will see all of you guys in the next stream. Bye.